Okay, so first I want to talk about the backwards design template. And yes, of course, we have a template for that. Numerous trees were sacrificed. Thanks, Alex.
Which are renewable resources, by the way.
If you're from the Northwest. And this is also available, the backwards design template is available in the handouts day 2 folder for those that are online. So backwards design is a technique that we borrowed from our colleague in education, specifically Gail Verde was the one that drew our attention to it. And she said, often what folks do is they start with their goals. You know, what is it you want the students to be able to do after they work with this? Identify, as it's called in the lofty language, student learning outcomes. And then determine how you're going to assess those outcomes. So a common thing might be write a conditional loop or write a loop, something like that. How are you going to assess it? Well, can they do it? Do they give you code that's doing this kind of thing? And then identify the classroom activities that will support the learning outcomes. And our hope is that our classes then have these active learner-centered activities, which many of you already do. So with this template, this is just kind of a formal way to say, what do I want them to learn? How are we going to get them to learn that? And what am I going to do to make sure that they are picking up this knowledge? Margaret.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the name backwards design is just because you start at the end instead of the beginning. So you start with, you know, what do I wish they could say after they've graduated from my class? And then say, all right, you know, how will I be able to tell if they said that? And then how will I enable, you know, what am I gonna put on the test or whatever? And then like, what am I gonna teach them so they can pass that question on the test? Instead of starting down here like so many of us have done in the past.
Yeah, rather than saying, oh, chapter 13 and 14 today, just better plow in. Well, what are the outcomes? And let's work backwards from that as to what they need to know. And again, we've got some materials available online for those that need it.